นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ Hello everyone. Today we will talk about another session on mindfulness of breathing. The title, the topic is Deepening Your Practice. Another session of mindfulness of breathing. Because I think that you all have heard a lot of the mindfulness of breathing, right? You have learned a lot. I assume that you have learned a lot. You have practiced a lot of mindfulness of breathing. That's why you come, maybe have interest in Buddhism, right? But I would like to point out another, maybe maybe to add on to your practice. Okay. The topic, the sutra that I'm gonna talk about today is from the long discourse about the ways of attending to mindfulness in Pali. It's called Mahasatipatthana Sutta. And another sutra is called Anapanasati Sutta. So I have already attached the links and you can, learn in your own time. Okay. The first thing that I would like to talk about is from the Anapanasati Sutra. From the Anapanasati Sutra, there's one, long passage that the Buddha said, when mindfulness of breathing is developed and cultivated, it is very fruitful and beneficial. Mindfulness of breathing, when developed and cultivated, fulfills the four kinds of mindfulness meditation. The four kinds of mindfulness meditation, or another name, is the four foundation of mindfulness. Satipatthana. The four kinds of mindfulness meditation, when developed and cultivated, fulfill the 7 awakening factors. And we all know about the 7 awakening factors, right? That when developed and cultivated, the 7 awakening factors fulfill knowledge and freedom. Another word is Vichya and Vimutti in Pali language, or Nirvana, or the true liberation, or the realization of the Nibbana. So this is very interesting. When mindfulness of breathing is developed and cultivated, it's fulfill the 4 kinds of mindfulness meditation. It's very interesting because not only, but the mindfulness of breathing, or in Pali Anapanasati, when we focus on the breathing in, breathing out, and that's it. It can benefit, the 4 foundations of mindfulness that we think like, oh, the 4 foundations of mindfulness is very difficult to achieve, very difficult to train or to practice. So we tend to use only the first one. The first one of the 4 kinds of meditation is called Kayanupassana, or to contemplate on the body. Because to contemplate on the body is like, we think like, most of people think like it's like the easiest, because the body is the cause. It's easier to observe, easier than observing the mind, than observing the feelings arise, than observing the Dhamma, or the Dhamma, like mental object, things like that. Okay. Why did I have to bring up this topic? Because 2 days ago I had a chance to talk with one layperson, and he said like, I would like, he said, like he would like to have um another object of meditation, like another technique, another way to practice. And I asked him like, so what do you use now? You know, anapanasati, focus on the breathing in, breathing out, or you do like the loving kindness, or you do like the contemplation of the Buddha's virtue or things like that. And he said like he do the anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing. And I said like, oh, it's actually good. It's like the the good one. And he said like, I think it's not that good because he said just focus on the breathing in, breathing out. Doesn't it doesn't take him anywhere. He doesn't see any benefit from observing the breath, inhale or exhale. So that's why I have to bring up this, topic to talk to him and then raise the awareness that mindfulness of breathing, when it's developed and cultivated, you see this, there are two different words. In Pali, bhavana, you have to develop, you have to make it, like arise, make it happen, to develop. And cultivated, you have to do a lot. Pahuli kata in Pali. You have to do it, practice it over and over and over and over. You have to do a lot. You have to cultivate it. Not just do it only one time, 2 times, 3 times, not like that. You have to do it over and over and over and over, developed and cultivated. And if you do like this, just as the Buddha said, it's very fruitful and beneficial because when you do just one thing, mindfulness of breathing, it will fulfill the focus of mindfulness meditation. So we're gonna have a look, what is the mindfulness of breathing. The Buddha said, whether that person inhales a long breath, be conscious. Whether you exhale a long breath, be conscious. Whether you inhale a short breath, or exhale a short breath, be conscious. In Pali, they use the Buddha used the word pashanati. You clearly know that now you breathe in short or long breath. Now you breathe out short or long breath. You have to know. You might have to ask yourself like when you do like 24 hours, deduct like 6 hours of sleep, right? During the time that you awake, how long can you focus or can you observe your own breath? Breathe in long or short, breathe out long or short. Have you ever noticed that? Or if you notice it, how long? So the first thing, it might seem easy, but actually it's something that you have to clearly know, you have to observe, you have to be conscious. And next, when now the Buddha used different vocabulary, that fourth thing, breathe in, breathe out, short or long breath, the Buddha used the word clearly know or be conscious. But another four, the Buddha used the word sikkati in Pali. Sikkati means to study, to learn, to train, to practice. So the Buddha stated here, let you, practice or train yourself with the thought, conscious of my whole body, I will inhale. Conscious of my whole body, I will exhale. It's not just like you inhale and exhale. You have to, try to practice, try to train yourself like, okay, during the the process of inhale, and then have a gap, right? And then you, okay, now conscious of my whole body, I'm gonna exhale. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Now conscious of my whole body, I will inhale again. So you can see, if you practice, then you see like it's gonna be, the gap, and you can, like train, or you learn, or you try to observe it. Try to practice this like this. And next, I will inhale, tranquilizing my bodily organism, stabilizing the body, tranquilizing the body, or another word is just to calm the breath, calm the body. When you inhale and exhale, you can, you can tell me how you practice the anapanasati, or the mindfulness of breathing, so we can share. Because normally people think like, okay, you just observe, inhale and exhale, and then that's it. It doesn't, yield any benefit. But if you really practice, just as the Buddha said, there's like the whole process. And in order to reach the tranquilizing the body, it's not just, that's it, and that's the end of meditation. It's not like that. While tranquilizing the body, while stabilizing the body, or stabilizing the breath, calming the breath, then many things going on. And then after that, then we practice to observe, to notice things that arise and cease, pass away. So if we learn from the textbook, the Tipitaka, it's just like this. Anapanasati, meditation of mindfulness of breathing is just like this. There are 6, inhale, exhale, long breath, inhale, exhale, short breath. Practice, conscious of the whole body, inhale, conscious of the whole body, exhale, inhale, tranquilizing the body, exhale, tranquilizing the body, and that is it. That's why people think like this is like the most basic meditation object. It might be like something that, well, might not, be that beneficial, but actually this is like the most basic, yes, but, like a powerful one. Because from the mindfulness of breathing, if you really do it, and if you really, into practicing tranquilizing the body, then you know that many things going on, and then you learn from it. You will learn, oh, now the pleasant feelings arise. Observe the pleasant feeling. Oh, the pleasant feelings arise. Observe the pleasant feeling. I exhale. Oh, the pleasant feeling still arise. Inhale. Oh, rapture arise. Exhale. Now exhale, rapture increases. Inhale. Now rapture, decrease a little bit. Exhale. Something like that. So, it's actually like the long progress, and you can learn many things from it. That is the reason why the Buddha said, like, when mindfulness of breathing is developed and cultivated, it's beneficial because it fulfills the 4 kinds of mindfulness meditation. And from the 4 kinds of mindfulness meditation, you will eventually reach to the true liberation, knowledge and freedom, vichara and vimutti. So, do you have any question? I can see that if you don't have any question, then I'm gonna talk about, like the factor for you to reach the right concentration. Now, when everyone, try to meditate, most of them come with the intention to reach the right concentration, to reach the meditative state of mind immediately. Like the thing like, okay, I'm attending the retreat, like a 9 days retreat, and then I think I'm gonna get the meditative state of mind. I'm gonna be calm, I'm gonna be clear, I'm gonna know many things. But and then you try, during that 9 days retreat, you try so hard. Some people can reach what they wish for, but some people cannot reach that. So you have to know, like, even though you follow the Buddha's structures as described in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, as described in the Panasati Sutta, but why can't I reach to the calmness, stability of the mind? So you need to, reflect, you need to contemplate the factors contributing to the right concentration. This is from the Great 40 or the Mahajatalisaka Sutta. The Buddha clearly stated that the right concentration is only the produce, is only the fruit, is only the outcome of the right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, and right mindfulness. So if you have these 7 factors, and when it's ripened, when it's time, then the right concentration arise. You don't have to wish for the right concentration. You're gonna experience it if you follow and if you have these all 7 factors. So these all 8 is the Noble Eightfold Path. As in the Four Noble Truths, suffering, dukkha, right? Cause of suffering, cessation of suffering, and the path leading to the cessation of suffering. The path that leading to the cessation of suffering is the Noble Eightfold Path. Starting from the right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and then when you cultivate the whole 7 factors, and when it's time, like when it's ready, then you reach the right concentration, number 8. And from the right concentration leads to right knowledge. And from the right knowledge, you reach the right freedom, the right, the liberation. So if you try to meditate, if you, struggling with, calming the mind, even though you follow the 4 foundations of mindfulness, even though you practice a lot of the, mindfulness of breathing, but you still cannot calm the mind, you still cannot reach the meditative state of mind, then you have to, trace back to your own action, your own speech, your view, your thought, the whole 7 factors. Do you really have the right view? The right view can be divided into 2 groups, 2 main groups. Lokiya Samatiti, the worldly right view, the right view that still, make you in the cycle of rebirth, or, still attached to the world, something like that. And another one is Lokuttara Samatiti, the right view that gonna, pull you out of cycle of rebirth, or it's actually the Four Noble Truth. But the right view that, still concerning the world, or, still, in the world. For example, you know that the mother, what's it called? I don't know in English. You know that if you give, then you're gonna, get something in return. For example, if you offer something and people smile back at you, so you give get something in return, give and take or something like that. You believe, you have the faith, you believe that mother and father, I don't know in English, but I really can't think of the vocabulary in English. Like the mother and father is the one who take care of you, and then someone who, what's it called, someone who, it's not like the right translation, but like they are the good one, even though they do bad things to you. For example, for another family, like they do bad things to you, but father and mother still have be your benefactor, something like that, I don't know. But yeah, you have this kind of the right view that okay, mother and father, even though they do bad things to you, but they still give you a chance to be in this world. Why? To do good deeds, for example. And you believe to that this life, next life, you believe that there's still some holy people that come into this world and then attain the nirvana, the true liberation, and be able to teach, something like that. This is like the worldly right view. So you have to check the view. If you still think that I do good deeds but I have bad things in return, or I do bad deeds and I have good things in return, that is called wrong view. But if you really believe that I do good deeds, I plant good seeds, I'm gonna have the good things as a consequence, this is like the right view, for example. Yeah. And then you have to check the right thought. Do you still attach to the sensual pleasure? For the lay people, it's of course their life with the sensual pleasure, right? Pleasant food, pleasant smell, pleasant taste, things like that. But you try to detach as much as you can. Try to in the past you jump into the sensual pleasures, like everything. I'm gonna buy that new bag. I don't care about the price or something like that. But now you try to detach from it, little by little. So the first one, try to detach from the sensual pleasure, no hate, no aversion. Try to get rid of that, and then try to get rid of the harmful thoughts. So you have to check whether you have the right thought or not. There are three, right? And then you have to check the right speech. Do you have the right speech? Do you talk you don't tell lie, you don't tell nonsense thing, you don't gossip, you don't try to use the harsh word that make people fight or something like that, right? And then check your own action. You still kill, have intention to kill? Do you still have intention to kill the mosquito? You still have that intention to kill like insects? It's okay if you just maybe no intention to kill and then that animal dies, because it's about the intention. But if you still have intention to kill, you try to kill and that animal try because of your action, then yeah, still don't have the right action. You still kill or not, you still steal someone's belonging or not, you still have the sexual misconduct or not, you have to check. And then livelihood, right? Livelihood is like when you work in your career, you use the right action and you use the right speech or not, you have to check. And then, of course, you have to check the right effort. Do you have the right effort? For example, you know that this is the right thing to do, you do it. Develop and cultivate, And this is the bad thing. Oh, unwholesome qualities, get rid of it. Not make it, develop or cultivate. So if you have like the right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, and the right effort, and then you practice being mindful, you practice follow the 4 foundations of mindfulness, that is to have the right mindfulness. If you have these 7 factors, of course, you're going to reach the right concentration. You're going to have the meditate, the calm mind, reach the meditative state of mind. So this is to answer the question that I try to meditate. I practice a lot, but I still cannot calm the mind. Then it might not be because of, like how you practice, but you have to trace back to your behavior, to your action, to your speech, to your view, to your thought, and the effort. Okay? Yeah. Do you have any question? Like I like to point out this one also because of I just noticed the vocabulary. Like while I talk to that lay person that asked, that we discuss about the, like meditation object, and we discuss about the mindfulness of breathing, right? That I mentioned earlier in this clip. And then after, like I talked to him and then I saw the vocabulary that the Buddha used. And it's just like, oh, yeah. The Buddha clearly stated that when you exhale, inhale, long breath or short breath, be conscious. Or you just clearly know yourself. Because the Buddha used the word pachanati, you clearly know, you be conscious. Don't just breathing and breathe out and then you don't even notice that you're breathing. Sometimes when we work, sometimes when we do many things, we don't actually think that we are now breathing, right? So breathe in, breathe out, clearly know, be conscious. But when you be conscious of the whole body and when you tranquilize the body, stabilize the body, this is things that you need to practice. Because the Buddha used the word sikkati. Practice, train, study, learn. And then after that, I practiced, I meditated, right? And then just like, oh yeah, this is things that we need to train ourselves. And if we train like that, many things going on. You can see many things like, okay, at first you clearly know that you breathe in and breathe out, short or long. Why do you have to focus on the short breath or long breath? It's just like the Buddha used, I think the translation in Thai and English is not the same, but the Buddha used the word in Thai translation. Just like someone who pull the rope. If you pull the rope long, you know it's long. When you pull the rope short, you know that it's short. Just like 9 inches, long. 3 inches, short. So you know when you breathe in, long breath. Inhale long breath, you know. When you inhale short breath, you know. So it's just like to make the mind focus on the breathing. So now after, listening to this clip, this Dhamma session, then you try to, like, or maybe now you try to like, okay, breathe in. breathing long breath. I know. Exhale a long breath. Okay, clearly no. So it actually is like the whole long, and it's just to focus the mind on the breath, and it gonna, from the monkey mind wandering around, focus here. Just breathe in, breathe out. Just clearly know, observe, be conscious. And then after that, now be conscious of the whole body. This is from another translation. Or another one is conscious of the whole breath. Just like you follow the breath. You follow the breath coming into your body. So you observe the whole body from following the breath. You breathe in long, you follow the breath. So when you follow the breath, you can see the movement of the body, like the chest up, stomach up, 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 maybe like expand, 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 expand until that's it. And then exhale, follow the whole breath. Exhale, and then observe the body movement. It's just like the word conscious of the whole body. The stomach, shrink. I don't know what's it called. Yeah. And then you see the chest, the movement of the chest of the stomach. So in Thai, there's many monasteries that use this technique. I think it's from Burma. They use it, pong no, yup no. Pong no is when the stomach expand, yup no is when the stomach, vice versa. So this is how you be conscious of the whole body. And then after you be conscious of the whole body, you observe the whole body, and the mind become, like more calm, maybe more stable. And then practice to tranquilize the breath. Practice to stabilize or make it, refine. I don't know what's it called, but make it like delicate. Train to make the breath delicate. After you're breathing, but now calm the whole body. When you calm the whole body, when you make the breath more delicate, for example, this is like inhale, like normally just inhale like this, exhale like this, right? And then you try to make it more delicate, just like in slow motion, bit by bit, slow motion, slow, 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 and then out, slow, 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 slow. Delicate, make it subtle, make it refined. And then during this, why the Buddha, why it's end like this? The mindfulness of breathing end just like this. Why? Because after this, you will learn to observe the sensation, the feeling, the mental object, the mind. That's why the breathing of mindfulness is like only this. 4 groups, 4 pairs. That's it. Seems easy, but when we practice, it's not that easy. You have to learn to tranquilize, make it delicate, make it subtle, and then you will see many things going on. For example, when you inhale slowly, exhale slowly, and then thought arise, right? The mental object arise. Oh, you think like this, drag it back, inhale, exhale, you feel something. Normally when we feel something, like, oh, we feel something, and then try make it back, try drag it back, drag the mind back to the breathing. But if we learn that during the tranquilizing of the body or of the breath, the feeling arise, see, feelings arise, inhale, feelings still arise, exhale, perception, memory arise, inhale, still here, memory arise, exhale. Now thinking about grocery store, inhale. When we observe and then it's gone, memory is gone, exhale. Oh, the rapture, now the rapture arise, inhale. The rapture increase, exhale. Oh, the rapture arise again, inhale. Oh, now the rapture is gone, exhale. So this is like why the Buddha said the mindfulness of breathing fulfills the four kinds of mindfulness of meditation. Because from the mindfulness of breathing, you can learn after that, learn the aspect of the body, aspect of the mind, of the feelings, and of the mental object. Okay, this is, another session of mindfulness of breathing. Do you have any question? Or you want to share about, your progress of meditation? Hello, Krishna. Hello, Kasan. Hello, Gita Brown. Hello, Maria. You don't have any question today? Or you can, share your story of, practicing the mindfulness of breathing. Oh, today is very quiet. Oh, Manny. Hello, Manny. How to be mindful during the day? You can use the Kaya Kata Sati. The first foundation of mindfulness is the to be mindful of the body, but be mindful of the body. Here I'm gonna share the link to you. To be mindful of the body, the first one is to is to practice the mindfulness of breathing that we mentioned, that we discussed earlier. You can train the mindfulness of breathing during the day as well. It's not about the sitting meditation, but you can practice during the day. But after that, the Buddha said, be mindful of the gesture, walk, stand, sit, and sleep. That's another group. And then the Buddha said, or you can learn to be mindful with they use the word situational awareness in the movement, another movement. For example, when you eat, when you chew, when you go to the toilet, when you stretch your arm, when you do things like all the movement in your body, you can learn to be mindful. So how to be mindful during the day? You can apply the Kayanupassana that I attached the link to you, that you do with the breath. It's easy to observe the breath. Just like when you wait for the grocery store, when you wait for the restaurant, then you can observe the breath. Or when you listen to someone, that I like to use, when you listen to someone's talking, I just look at them, movement of the mouth. Okay, sometimes we just have to be in the meeting. I can, see the point. I can hear. I try to follow the point, but I love to see like the movement of the mouth. This is my own opinion, and then I see like, see, it's always changing, and observe the breathing, and then I use this as well. Also about the posture, the Buddha said, when you go, you know that you're going. When you stand, you know that you're standing. When you sit, you know that you're sitting. When you're lying down, you know that you're lying down. Or to be full awareness of the, another like other movement. For example, when you look around, look ahead. When you bending, you stretching, you wearing your clothes. When you eat, when you chew, when you taste something, when you also in sleeping. But we need to point out that not be only mindful. Here in the sutra, the Buddha used the word sampachaya, sampachanya. Sampachanya in English, clear understanding or full awareness. Full awareness means mindfulness plus wisdom. So sampachanya is actually the wisdom, but like maybe the clear translation they use the word clear understanding. So when you move, you need to be mindful, and also you need to know where, why. Not just action of walking. You need to know that, okay, I go to that place. Okay, I walk to that place. Now I'm walking to that place. Right, left to that place. I know that is good, then I do. Before you speak, you know that is good thing, then you speak. It's the truth, then you speak. It's proper, then you speak. And it's like, yes, you have to like contemplate before you speak. So be mindful and, be wise. Use the wisdom as well. So this is about the be sampachanya, or be full awareness in, movement. Yeah, so you can be mindful, practice this, for the, to be mindful during the day as well. Another good example to, learn to be mindful and learn to use the sampachanya or clear understanding. It's just like when you drive your car. When you drive your car, you don't just with the action of driving. Be mindful just driving is not like that, right? You don't be mindful only. Be mindful and clear understanding. You need to be full awareness. Use the wisdom as well. Like, okay, this is too fast. I need to slow down. Oh, there's red light. Then I need to stop. Oh, now I have to look at, the front mirror, the back mirror, the left or right mirror. Oh, this is like I have to turn right or turn left. You need to be mindful and use the wisdom as well. Where should I go? Oh, I go to that mall. How? Okay. Do this, do that, turn left, turn right, fast or slow, safe or not safe. So when you drive safely, you use this too, right? Be mindful and the wisdom. So use this and apply in whatever you do during the day. When you talk, okay, before I talk, then I have to think. Before I do, I have to think. Before I interact with that people, I have to think and then, act accordingly. Or before to attend the meeting, be mindful and use the wisdom. Okay. And then when I go to lunch, not just like walking and then eat wherever that people give it to me, just like, okay, I go to this place. okay, I choose to go to this place. How to go, something like that. And then be mindful. This is how to be mindful during the day. Okay. Many said, Ayya, thanks, good answer. Also, sometimes I get angry thoughts during the day suddenly. By following your instructions, Kayanupassana, can I catch these negative thoughts quickly? If about the thought is actually the angry thought, right? This then you need maybe the Cittanupassana is another section. Cittanupassana is when you observe the mind. But how can I answer this? To observe the mind, at least you know that you get angry thought during the day suddenly. But if you train, maybe Kayanupassana, right? You train the first one of the Kayanupassana is breathing, mindfulness of breathing, right? When you train a lot, practice a lot of mindfulness of breathing, you can, if you train, you see the thought arise, the feelings arise, the angry thought arise, and how can I say? When you train to stabilize, the mind, train the mind, the reaction, you will see the reaction clearly. Maybe you will catch the thought. It's just like when you be mindful, you practice to be mindful over and over. When you react, it's gonna be slower. It's just like, oh, angry, unpleasant feelings arise. Oh, unpleasant feeling. And then when you practice a lot, you will get used to watch here. Watch this body. Watch the feelings that arise within this body. This is what we call observe the mind inward. Observe inward, not outward. So when you observe and you get used to observing this, when the unpleasant feelings arise, when the anger arise, then anger arise, and then the reaction, is gonna be like slower, and then you're gonna catch it in time before response, before react, before saying harsh words. So this is actually like in the process of practicing. If you practice a lot, that's why people be mindful before you speak. You have to train yourself to look here, inward, look inside here. Pleasant feelings arise, no. Unpleasant feelings arise, no. Desire arise, no. Anger arise, no. And then have the process of like maybe contemplate before you do. So to answer to many questions, following the instructions of Kayanupassana, the first one is mindfulness of breathing. You can catch the negative thought quicker than when you don't practice. But you need to practice over and over and learn to look inward. This is the key, to look inward, not outward. People say bad thing, people angry, people, like laughing. Outward. But look inward. In Thai, they use the word, don't send the mind outside. Don't, Yeah, it's just like the like, yeah, ส่งจิตออกนอก yeah, don't send the mind outside, don't send the mind to someone else, don't send the mind to that people feeling. Look inward, keep it here and observe it. When you be mindful, it's just like when you watch this body, watch the thought arise within this body, watch the feelings arise within this body. Just watch, observe. Do not judge, because anger can arise, because we're not like the Arahanchi, we're not the Anakhami. Just watch. And when you train to watch it, don't send the mind outside. Watch it here, watch it here, watch it here. First, watch it here. Oh, anger arise. Oh, pleasant feelings arise. Oh, rapture arise. Oh, doubt arise. Oh, worry arise. You just watch it here first. And when you keep repeating this, then you can catch the thought quicker. Okay? Hello, Jia. Jia Zheng. Right? Okay? Any more question? We have another 9 minutes left. Ayya, thanks, got it. Practicing a lot seemed to be the solution. For that, I have to give up some entertainment, but certainly worth it. Yes. Yes. This is the key, actually. To tell you my own experience. Before I ordained, yeah, we use a lot of mobile phones, right? Entertainment, because yeah, of course, still the lay person. But when I ordained, my prajan, my teacher, the teacher said like, okay, no more use. You don't have mobile phone anymore. You have to keep it and don't use it for, at that time, I think 3 months. And during that 3 months, yeah, practice a lot, and it's like really worth, you know, it's really worth it. Progress a lot in meditation. But after 3 months, Prajan said, okay, then come out, and then work for me. To work for Prajan, to work for my master, I have to use the mobile phone, to edit the Dharma clip, and then to prepare the presentation, things like that, for the Dharma. And then during that time, I have the mobile phone. Even though you don't use the many applications, for entertainment, but you can, many distraction, old picture, and then when you try to post on the YouTube, and then you see the advertisement pop up or something like that, and then you just like, oh, I don't want to watch it, but you saw it, and then new memory. And after that, I can compare that when I don't use the mobile phone completely, get rid of it. Wow, meditation is really good. But after that, okay, not that good, but still okay. So we need to, balance, give up some, as a lay people, give up some entertainment is the wise way to, be able to calm the mind. Just like when you have a lot of information, have a lot of input, the mind just like, it's nature, like, oh, remember this, oh, maybe the what's it called, the new song, or the new movie, or the new topic, or the news, or about the election, or many things going on, new memory, new input. And when you try to meditate, oh, many things going on, monkey mind, right? So it's harder to stabilize, harder to calm the mind. So yeah, practice makes perfect, right? You need to practice. Same case as the meditation. And also, like now, like after my teachers passed away, the monastics have the access to the mobile phone, their mobile phone. And I noticed like 2 years and a half after my teacher passed away, I don't think that, like the meditation or, increased or, like have any progress. So here in Mahavanatutanka, we just announced that no more mobile phone for monastic, except when you work. Like when I work here, I have to use the internet, right? But try to have for the new monastic, no more mobile phone. You don't need to use the mobile phone. Otherwise, why do you have to become the monastic if you still want to use the mobile phone? You can have the access to, like you can let your cousins call you, but don't use it all the time and don't keep it in your room. You have to use, in the main hall or something like that. Yeah, so it's quite new for us in Mahavana to Tanka as well after our teacher passed away. This is like the new rules. People, some people do not accept it, but it's worth it and it's for their own benefit. Mm. Okay. Yeah, and also you need to go back and check whether you still follow the Noble Eightfold Path or not, from the right view to the right mindfulness. Do you have, right view, right thought, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness or not? Because it's the factors for the right concentration. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for today. Hope you learned something beneficial, and I hope from this session then you can go and learn to practice. Try to, make the breathing, for the mindfulness of breathing, try to make the breath more delicate, refined, calm. Be calm and try not to use the song or the melody, because if you of course it's good for someone as a beginner, right, to start up with the relaxing song or relaxing music, but after a certain period of time you might get used to listening to something and then meditate. Actually we need to just meditate wherever that available for us. Meditate in the nature, meditate in your house, meditate in in the living room. You should be calm wherever you are without depending on like external factors, something like that. Jojo asks, what's the next step after catching the thought that arose? After catching the thought that arose, the first stage, when catching, then anger arise. Then you know just observe and then have the right effort. For the anger, unwholesome qualities, do not like flow with it. Get rid of the anger, something like that. When the pleasant feelings arise, pleasant feelings, and then maybe like the rapture feelings arise, that's a rapture feeling, and then after that, after catch it, see, and then you see arise and cease. When you see it arise and cease, this is anicca. Impermanence. Now you see through meditation. Why do you have to see through meditation or through meditative state of mind? Because when you calm, you can see things arise and fall, arise and fall. And then you see, it's actually come and go, arise and for impermanent. Even though you try to hold on to the happy feeling, for bad feeling, for arise and for you cannot cling on. So you live your life just like, okay, I don't try to cling on to something that's gonna fade away anyway. Just like when the storm come. Oh, the storm come. Now the storm come. It's raining. And then no more storm. No more raining. You know the whole process of it. And then when the storm come, you don't afraid. You don't fear of the storm. You just know that it's the nature of it. Okay, the storm come. Okay, the sun come. Okay, the rain comes. Okay, the nature of it. So the next step after catching the thought that arose, see it arise and cease. But sometimes people cannot see it arise and cease. Sometimes people see it arise and then flow, go with the flow, go with the mind, go with the thought. Sometimes people see it cease and then, oh, and then go with the thought, another thought, like, oh, wow, this is like, and then, wandering out. So you just see and then come back, stable, calm, see, oh, come and go, anicca, oh, come and go, oh, anicca, and then, learn. Okay. Thank you, Majak. Yeah. Okay. I hope I answer your question, Jojo. And yeah, for the Majak, take some time. Maybe learn to practice. I think it's daytime in your side of the world. So yeah, you can learn to practice to be mindful during the day and when you have free time. Okay. If there's no more question, then we're gonna finish this session today. So say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, 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 anumodhami. May you all be well and be safe wherever you are. May you all be able to fulfill the Noble Eightfold Path from the right view through the right mindfulness and be able to practice according to the Buddha's teaching and be able to reach the right concentration, the right wisdom, and the right liberation, nirvana. Nibbana Paccaya Hotu. Sadhu.